Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Nepal Tech Hub, and today in this video I'll show you how to create a chatbot which can be placed in any of your customized website. And this chatbot is based on AI, where I used machine learning and deep learning concept. So this is fully automated. I'll show you a small demo how it will work. And here you can see on the screen, on the top of the screen I have said the place chatbot in your website. So as I said, it can be placed in any of your website, and on the right side corner you can see the chatbot is on. And now I have already activated the backend part of it. The server is activated, so I'm going to do the API calls here. The interaction will begins with the chatbot. Let's say hello. Here you can see it gives you quick reply since I have tried it multiple times. And if it doesn't understand what you are saying, for example, if you just type random words, then it will give you not understand. And here instead of saying hello, I can still say hey, how are you. If I give some spelling error, it will still understand you because this is AI based, and this can be collapsible. Here you can see looks completely fine. Now I'll say how this can be doable. So here in this chatbot I have two different parts, the front end and the back end. The front end is done with HTML, CSS, and I have used Ajax, Google API, to make a Google API calls. And on the back end I have used Python. Also I have used the Flask, and I'll show you in details. So first thing, I'll show you index.html that I have for the front end. And here you can see the index.html which have been written in simple HTML code with Ajax. And don't worry about the code, I'll put this in the GitHub and I'll give you the GitHub description below. The most important thing in this index.html part is from line number 95. You can see I have called Ajax here, and this line number 100 you can see the URL. This I have done the API call, which is get API, and this will be called once this get API is called, which I have created and linked to the backend part. So this will give you the reply, and I'll show you what happens every time I message. Every time I put the text on the chatbot box, it will record everything here. You can see this here. It will record, and every time it hit the backend server, it will record. So from where you are hitting the backend part. This is pretty easy, simple chatbot if you want to create and place in your website for your improvement of your business. And automated reply is best. Now let's go towards the backend. So on the backend I have app.py. So again, don't worry about the code. I'll place this in the GitHub, and I'll give you the link of my GitHub in the description below. So don't worry about the code. Keep focusing here what I have here imported, because the problem here is not the code itself. The problem here is how to create the virtual environment. To create the virtual environment is really difficult rather than coding itself, because in coding you'll just import a random. If you have a little bit knowledge about the machine learning and the deep learning concept, if you have pretty simple, you import random and numpy, which can be written as np, and the pickle and JSON. And here I have seen on the line number 7 you can see the Flask, and I import the Flask. That's the one that will pop up the browser. The Flask will help you to launch the browser. And here you can see the Flask name. Flask has not been considered as a production environment. It cannot be used in the production environment. Here also you can see the warning. Every time it launches the Flask, it will say, give you the warning, which is not a production based environment. In testing, in the testing environment and development environment, it will be really nice and helpful. Okay, let's go back to the code. So here you can see I have used NLTK, Keras model, and Keras TensorFlow are the really huge model which we can find in the deep learning and the machine learning. They have hundreds of thousands of data which has been set in the multiple modules they already have there. So we can just use one of those modules to test our environment. And here you can see I have initialized the chat, and I was to the comment. And here you can see this is all what I did to run the HTML using the Flask. So once the Flask has been called, it will run the HTML, and then once it is launch, it will give you the initial message. Let me refresh this, and you can see here. You can see, hi, how can I help you? This will be here the first time. So every time you open the chatbot, you launch the chatbot, this message will pop up. Every time you launch this website and the chatbot is in here, this will pop up. And also one more thing is, you can see here the time. All your message will be timed. And in the machine learning, there is one important thing that you have to know is that you have to train the machine. And I'll show you how I train the machine here. Let me go down here. Okay, here it is. I have app.py, I have train.py. Let me open this text editor. You can see it here how I have done. I have imported a random matplotlib, so that's really not important here, but everything else is required. The matplotlib was for something else that I was testing. And here this everything will give you the prediction, like how is your machine doing, how is your model, model and then sequential. So those are really not required, but I have that for myself just to see how the prediction is going, how accuracy level is. Where is the accuracy level, like, is this more accurate or not. So just to test those, I have the sequential and the model and all those statistic and the plot that I had that for my own purpose, but which is completely not required to run the machine. But to train the machine, yeah, definitely you need, when you use the Keras and TensorFlow, you'll deactivate one of those model and you have to place your model on the top of those, so that whatever you have created, your model need to be run and machine need to be trained. So first thing is, you have to train the machine. The machines should know what to do. Then after, once you complete the training, machine has been trained, then you'll be fine. I'll show you how the machine will train, but at the first time it will take really long. So I'm going to write Python train.py. Then you can see right now I'm training the machine here, which has been already trained, so it won't take that long. And you can see all these epochs that's running, and it will take a little bit while, so don't get annoyed. Just stay back and watch. It will take a little bit long time for the first. So this is what I use this matplot for, model accuracy and all, and it will see the model loss as well, so which is pretty high because I don't have much questions and answers. Is actually the data for my chatbot. Assume that I have give or take 50 questions, around 50-55. That's why my accuracy is a little bit high and the loss is a little bit low. Really, you can see these, which can be tell that it has been overtrained. My machine has been overtrained, but still it gives what we were looking for. So I think unless it works, right? So yeah, that's basically what machine learning and deep learning concept is. I don't want to go deep dive into the code and explain what is all each code are doing. I think it will be pretty annoying for all of you guys if I just keep going with the line by line coding. My main concept is to show you how this actually work and how you can implement in your daily life. For the coding part, I'll place this in the GitHub, and I'll give you the repository of my GitHub in the description below, so don't worry about the code itself. As I said earlier, the main thing that you need to focus is to create the environment. I'll create a next video talking about how to create an environment, and I'll show you step-by-step process, including how to install Anaconda in your VirtualBox. Get ready with your VirtualBox and get installed Ubuntu. Get ready with that. And thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll see you in next video.